Hey everyone, so I've been asked to do a tutorial on how I do my apples in The Flower Year by Leila Duly. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Obviously, as you can see, I've finished the October page. So I'm gonna go to the next page that has the crab apples on, and we'll do a little tutorial on how I've done these. So that page will be this one. You can see it's crab apples on dog rose hips. Let's move this up just there we go. Right, so I have quite a lot of colours. For the apples, I used my 520 set of Brutfuners. So I used double cream, vanilla cream, green ash, sharp green, medium green, cadmium orange, flame scarlet, garnet, gold flame, shopping bag, and I just realised I need a black as well. So, Jet Set, I think that's black. Give me 2 seconds, let me just get my Ruby Charms book out. Jet Set, Jet Set. Okay, so that's more of a blue. So I think I'll go with Black Beauty I want. So let's find Black Beauty. Onyx. I keep putting them in my pencil case in the wrong order. And it makes it very awkward to find the colour I'm looking for. I really need to start putting them back in the right order, but sorry, just give me 2 minutes here. So I try and find pencil. There it is. Okay, and Black Beauty. So those are the colours I'm going to be using. And I will be using, I am so unorganised today. A Arteza 1.0 white gel pen as well. So the difficult thing I find with apples, especially if you want to do them red and green, red and green make mud, basically. I'm just gonna zoom in a bit. So red and green make mud if you blend them together, mix them together, which we do not want. So first of all, you want to decide where you're going to put your green, and I'm going to go in with my lightest green, which is the green ash. So don't know if you'll be able to see it, too well. But just decide, you know, where you want your green. So I'm going to do it on the bottom here. And we're going to go up the sides a little bit. Like so. Maybe a little bit kind of like this. Okay. Then I'm going to go in with my gold flame. And where my highlight's going to be, I'm just going to very gently kind of almost outline that area. And just fade it out a little bit, pin it out a little bit. Okay, now we're going to go in with our Flame Scarlet. And we're going to go basically over everything except for the green. And obviously not in our highlight area. So, let me put this on. So at the moment, we're basically just mapping out where we want our different colours. Good to start with a very, very light pale green, because you can go over it with your red and it won't affect it if you change your mind as to where you want things. Whereas if you kind of go straight in with a darker green, and then you decide, oh, actually, I didn't want that green there, it's more difficult. I'm just kind of bringing just a touch of red down here. Okay. And join that up. Okay. Now we will go in with our sharp green and we go over where we put our green ash. Do the same on this side. Just go over. Okay. Now I know that looks quite luminous, but don't worry. We'll now go in with our medium green. And again, you just go over all of the green. I wouldn't advise going straight in with the medium green. I find you want to do the various colours, as it does make them a bit richer. And I find that's kind of the key to having things looking relatively realistic, is that you have really nice rich colours. Okay. Need to sharpen that a second. Where's my sharpener? Okay, maybe not. Just continue with it how it is. It's not too bad anyway. So you just put your green. Now it's looking quite a bit brighter on there than it actually is. But it is a little bright for my liking. So I am going to go in with a darker green. So I'm going to go in with avocado and just very lightly go over this a little bit. As I don't want a luminous green apple. So as you can see, that just mutes it just a little bit. So okay. Right, now I'm going to go back in with my Scarlet and just start, filling in some of these white areas a little bit more until I'm at a point where I'm happy to start with my shading. Don't worry too much about where or about your highlight area just yet. We will be dealing with that. Sorry. For now, we are still concentrating on, just getting our base colours down. Everything where we want it to be. A little tip I find when doing anything curved is you kind of want to colour in the direction it's going. So as you can see, I'm kind of following the contours of the apple. I'm going to go in my Flame Scarlet. No, not Flame Scarlet. Sorry about that. My Gold Flame. And I'm going to go around here. Just bring it out into our Flame Scarlet. Just a little bit. Then I'm going to take Cadmium Orange and I'm going to go in and we're going to bring this into our highlighted area a little bit. I'm gonna go with double cream, and we're gonna go straight over a highlight and over all of this orange into the red just a little bit. Just start to blend that together, like so. Now I'm going to go with Garnet, and I'm just going to start darkening some of the areas which I want to be a little bit more shaded. Now the Garnet isn't our shading colour. We're going to use Shopping Bag for that, which is quite a dark neutral brown, and that's the colour we're going to use to do our shadows, as well as a little bit of black. So I'm just gonna go adding our Garnet. So our Garnet is kind of a richer red with a little tiny hint of brown to it, I would say. Not much, just a little bit. But I find without the Garnet, it can look slightly flat. You just want that extra colour to give it, you know, a bit of extra dimension, basically. Now, go back in with our Flame Scarlet. And start putting that in. And start blending it into the Garnet. Don't be afraid to go right over your Garnet with your Flame Scarlet, because we are just going to be adding layers and layers on top. So it's not gonna make that much of a difference if you do kind of go into it. It's absolutely fine. And I think I'm gonna put a little bit more over the top of this gold flame, because I feel like there's a little bit too much orange here, and I don't really want it orange, so I'm gonna do that. Now go back in with our cadmium. And then we're going to go in with some vanilla cream. And this will just help to blend it in. But it will also give your highlight more of a pinky undertone. And since our apple is mainly red, and that is what you want, just gonna go over that like so. Okay, and now shopping bag. And we're going to start adding in our shadows. So we will, by here, be kind of shaded. Obviously, is its sphere-ish shape. Obviously, an apple's not a perfect sphere. And then the aim is that you want the edges to be darker than the middle. So we're just gonna go over and start adding in our shading. So I haven't been able to put up as many videos this week as I wanted to. The last video I uploaded, which was the autumnal leaves, took about 20 hours in total to upload to YouTube. Started doing it and it got to about 80%, and then it came up with an error, so I had to do it again. So thankfully the second time it actually did upload, so it was a relief. Yeah, and I did film some more on my Mystical Lands of Uchana. No, Kelswitch. Sorry, it was Mystical Lands of Kelswitch I was doing. And I pressed record, and apparently it didn't record. So that's why there's not a second part to that one. Okay, so now I'm going to go in there. Sorry, back in with sharp green. And then a flame Scarlet again. And just kind of bring this down just a little bit. Yes. Like that. Okay, now I garnet. As you can see, as you start to get to these later stages, there is a lot of switching colours. Lots of switching colours around, and just doing a little bit here, a little bit there, until you're happy with it. Everyone colours differently. So yeah, everyone colours differently. And what one person might be happy with, another person might not be. So it really is just kind of trial and error, I guess. You just keep going until you are happy. if you aren't happy with it, but you're not quite sure why, I believe I've suggested this before, take a photo and just use, you know, a simple photo editing app. Anything will do, really. And just have a play around, boost the contrast, maybe the saturation, and just keep doing that until you're happy with how it looks, and then go back into your actual colouring and do what you did in that app to your colouring with your pencils. So if you boosted the contrast on it, you know, add more darks and add more lights to your actual photo. Sorry, not photo. I really can't talk today. To your colouring. English, Sean. It's language. Yeah. So yeah, you do that. That's looking quite good, I think. Now I'm gonna go in my black. Now you want to be careful because you don't want too much black. You don't want it to look like there's black on the apple, because yeah, that's not a good look for a nice juicy apple. But you're going to use it just kind of at the very top and bottom here to add in a little bit more of a shadow. So now I'm going to go back to medium green and go over these just a bit. I do feel like I've gone a little bit too dark on the green. I've put a bit too much brown on it, but it's fine. I'm not gonna worry about it. It's, yeah. You know, mistakes happen. And it still looks like an apple. Maybe, don't know if this will do anything, but we'll see if we can't just, no, it's not doing anything. Ah, well. Okay, and then lastly, I'm gonna go back in with, which one is this? Vanilla cream. And just go over it all a little bit more. And I think I want this a little darker over here. Like so. And yeah, that's our apple done. So I'm now just going to take my white gel pen and I'm just going to, if I can get it to work, there we go. Just going to add highlight here. And just kind of tap it very gently with your finger. And then what I like to do is add a couple white dots over. And again, just very gently kind of tap them down with your finger. And there you go. That's how I did the crab apples in the Flower Year by Leila Duly. I hope this is helpful for some of you. It's not exactly the same as these ones. I mean, these ones are quite a bit bigger to start with, so you can get more detail in them. These ones are quite small, but I hope it was helpful. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Any questions, please pop them in the comments below. And if you're feeling extra kind, please like and subscribe. And if you want to, you can hit the bell notification, and that will let you know when my next video goes up, as I don't have a set schedule. So yeah, so that's how I do my apples. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.